Hello students, through this video lesson, you'll be learning how to solve few questions from exercise 6.3. Please note this is a very important exercise and at the end some homework questions are given which I want you to solve in your geometry notebook. So let us begin with the first question from exercise 6.3. Sides QP and RQ of triangle PQR are produced to points S and T. That means PQ, we have extended it to meet at point S. Same is the case with RQ, we have extended it to meet at point T. You have to find the value of PRQ. Now establish relation between these two angles. If you look at it, they are angles in a linear pair. So if this angle is 135 degree, this interior angle will be 45 degree. Only then you get the sum as 180 degree. So that will be the first statement. Write this down in your notebook. Writing the reason is very important. They are angles in a linear pair and you get measure angle RPQ as 45 degree. Now after having done this, you know that PQT is the exterior angle of triangle PQR. And the exterior angle is always equal to the sum of the interior opposite angles. Therefore, you will mention which is the exterior angle and write down the property with the reason. Substitute 110 equal to 45 plus angle PRQ. So with that, what is the measure of PRQ? You will get it as 65 degree. So students, this is the way I want you to write down in your book. There are different ways of solving this very question. Feel free to choose whichever method you find easy. Let us move on to another question from the same exercise. That is question number 2. In the figure, it is given that x is equal to 62 degree, measure angle y is 54 degree, and YO and ZO are the angle bisectors of angle Y and angle Z respectively. You have to find out the measure of this angle, that is O, and the measure of angle YZO. Okay, now how do you solve this? Let us assume that OY is not there. So I have taken it out. Okay, let us also take out this angle bisector OZ. Now look at the triangle. You know the measures of these two angles. It is not difficult to find the measure of angle Z. You will use angle sum property in this. So this is the solution. You get measure angle Z as 64 degree. Make a note of this in your notebook. X plus Y plus Z is 180 degree because of angle sum property of a triangle. And when you calculate, you will get the measure of Z equal to 64 degree. I hope this is clear. Now, it is mentioned that YO is the angle bisector. So let us bring YO back into the picture. So this is YO. This YO, it bisects this angle Y. That means it cuts this angle Y into two equal measures. So what will be the measure of OYX? It will be half of 54. OYZ will also be half of 54. So with that, this is the solution. You have to mention this. OYZ is half of angle XYZ because OY is the angle bisector. Now you substitute it. You already know the value of XYZ as 54. When you solve it, what do you get? The measure of OYZ equal to 27. So students, if this angle is 27 degree, the measure of this angle will also be 27. Okay. Now let us continue. Same diagram. We just saw that OY is the angle bisector. Because of that, we get this angle as 27 degree and this angle as 27 degree. Now what next? Let us bring OZ into the picture. So OZ comes back. OZ is the angle bisector of XZY. So what statement would you make? OZY equal to half of XZY because OZ is the angle bisector. Substitute, you already know this angle is 64 degree. Okay, so it is half into 64, and when you solve it, you get OZY as 32 degree. And students, since ZO is a bisector, this angle will be 32 degree, and so is the case with this angle. Both the angles will be congruent because ZO is the bisector. And this is the solution. Angle OZY equal to 32 degree. I hope it is clear till here. So 62 degree was already given to you. This angle, complete angle, was also mentioned. We found out the measure of this, and then since OZ is the angle bisector, we got it as 32 degree and 32 degree. Now what next? They've also asked you to find out the measure of angle YOZ. So for that, you need to take triangle YOZ. Concentrate only on this triangle. Okay. Use angle sum property. So in triangle YOZ or OYZ, write the name of all the three angles, and their total is equal to 180 degree because of angle sum property. Substitute the values. YOZ we do not know. We know that OYZ is 27. We know that OZY is 32, and this is 180 degree. Solve it, you will get measure angle YOZ equal to 121 degree. So students, with this, we have found out what is the measure of angle O, and they've also asked you to find out the measure of OZY, that is 32 degree. Let us look into another question, that is question number 3 from exercise 6.3. Now, in the figure, AB is parallel to DE. So, this is the diagram. AB is parallel to DE. They have mentioned BAC is 35 degree and CDE is 53 degree. You have to find the measure of this angle DCE. So how would you go about doing this? AB is parallel to DE, and isn't AE the transversal, right? So don't you get Z-shaped angles in this? So this angle A will be congruent to angle AED, that is this angle, because they are alternate angles. And are alternate angles congruent? Yes. So you will get this angle as 35 degree. So make a note of it. AB is parallel to DE and AE is the transversal. Write down the pair of alternate angles in this. And you know that alternate angles will be congruent. So you get this angle as 35 degree. Okay. And what is the next step? Since they've asked you to find out the measure of angle DCE, you have to take triangle DCE. So in triangle DCE, use angle sum property, that is 53 plus 35 degree plus what will give you 180 degree. Have a look. In triangle CED, this is the angle sum property. You could write the reason out here. 53 plus 35 plus angle DCE is equal to 180 degree. Therefore, measure angle DCE equal to 92. I would stop here at 3 questions from exercise 6.3. Based on these 3 problems, please look at some homework questions that I have given to you. I want you to solve those homework questions. You will draw the diagram and write the steps. Okay. This is the first homework question. In the given figure, AB is parallel to this line CD, and it is mentioned that APQ is 70 degree. They've also given you PRD as 120 degree. You have to find out the value of QPR, that is this angle. Now students, use this clue. AB is parallel to CD. So see if you could use alternate angles in this. Use that property and then find out the measure of this angle QPR. I am not giving the answer to this question. We will discuss this In the next video lesson, I want you to solve this in your geometry notebook. Okay, so make a note of this homework question. Now in the given figure, AB is parallel to CD. They have mentioned that EAB is 50 degree and ECD is 60 degree. You have to find out AEB. That is, you have to find out this angle. Now, since these two lines are parallel, this becomes a transversal. BC becomes the transversal. You will get pair of alternate angles. That means if this angle is 60, you know what will be the measure of angle B. It will also be 60 degree. So this angle you have found out and you got the value as 60. So this angle you will get as 60 degree. This is 50 degree. You can calculate the measure of angle AEB by using angle sum property. Okay. So with this, students, we end today's video lesson. I have completed 3 problems from exercise 6.3 with 2 homework questions. So students, in the next video lesson, we will continue with exercise 6.3. Until then, goodbye and take care.